Good evening, you wonderful people on the GRL channel. Welcome along. It is time for round 9. It's time for the Hungarian Grand Prix. It's a home race for quite a few of the guys this evening. It's at least 3. Partick, Aaron, and the other Alfa Romeo, whose name actually, even though I've just looked at it, is Alex. There we go. Alex has escaped me, but yes, the 2 Alfa Romeos and the Aston Martin of Partick minimum are going to be having their home race here this evening. Of course, you can see those newly built pit buildings. That was the weirdest experience that I've ever had on this game when I turned on time trial for this, and it looks dark all of a sudden. So yeah, I mean, it's a weird one, Hungary. You can get lots of variation in terms of the racing and in terms of the grip. Tyre pressures are very important here, a little bit too high, and you are going to be skating around like no tomorrow. But in the grand scheme of the season, we are at round 9. It's Hungary. We've gone through Austria and Abu Dhabi post-Christmas, and we are nearing the second sprint race of the season in Miami. Which, you know, you may be looking forward to that. I don't think many people are. Nobody particularly likes Miami. But that's one that some people do enjoy. But Hungary, Miami, Japan, Australia, with a few tracks at the moment where overtaking is a little bit more difficult. And Miami not so much, but you get the gist, and qualifying may become more important, so make sure you watch out for that one. Of course, we are in Hungary. This is the track, the Hungaro Ring. I mean, I hope I'm going this year, actually. Randomly. There's 14 turns on this 4.381 kilometre racetrack. There's 2 DRS zones, but to the second one you've got to be much faster to try and make an advantage out of it towards turn 2. No overtaking is going to happen unless some mistakes are made between turn 7 and turn 11. A couple of dive bombs maybe into the chicane at 6 and 7 and into 12. And then definitely a couple of dive bombs into turn 1. A few side-by-side scary moments in turn 4 are coming your way. We may have a train as well if Oscar a couple of weeks ago is anything to go by. But the standings as we go into this round, I know you can hear the cars coming out onto the racetrack. We'll go someone who's not. There we go. Sora is your championship leader. He leads to Blade, who is sadly not with us this evening, which is quite a shame, but he will hopefully be back for the next week, which means that B Ford is the challenger here this evening. He's 26 points off, so theoretically, if he gets pole and fastest lap and Sora fails to score, then B Ford will take the championship lead. But if you remember, the record was broken last week in Abu Dhabi, but B Ford has not finished outside of the top 7, I think it is now. Might be top 8, but he has got the consistency, 4th, 5th and 6th. One of those positions in each of the first 7 races. Let's see if he can keep it up here this evening. While I just get some data up for you here, we're going to go on board with TMS Sora as we go on to the Xbox. Perfectly timed. He's the first man to start a flying lap as he comes down towards turn 1. That's Mercedes getting nicely out of the way. That gets the car rotated in onto the apex, out of that corner nicely through third. A little bit of oversteer there on the Red Bull car. We come down into turn 2. Got to get the car all the way rotated through here. Careful on the inside curb. Can be very dangerous if you take too much of it, but turn 3 is a flat out little kink before this little straight to the end of the first sector. 27-1 for Sora. That's his banker first sector of the session. Coming around turn 5 now. It's a long right hander again. Death curve on the inside. Careful to avoid it. The chicane at 6 and 7 can be important. Those curbs, Sora's negotiated them with absolute perfection. As he comes into turn 8, then the corners flow. Turn 9 comes to you. Turn 10 is completely flat out in qualifying. Before you come to the turn 11, really fast right-hander, taking it about, 130 miles an hour or so. 54 flat for Sora. Into turn 12, 2 more corners to go after this one, and they're both 180 degrees. Turn 13, their penultimate corner. This is the, tighter of the 2, you'd say, before the final corner opens out a bit more onto the back straight with the pit wall on the inside. Open the DRS as you're onto the line, and Sora's banker lap, 15.6 for him. And the championship leader gets us off to a flying start with a great lap time to open the session. B Ford sadly has invalidated on his first run. So with Lone Retreat, he's coming into the pit lane. Alex Barber is not coming to the line now in his home Grand Prix. Smeggy is, however, and what can he do? 15.9 on the banker. We've got Gibson just starting his flying lap, and we've got Rage finishing his 53.9 is a 10th up on what Sora had done. As he comes to the line, it's 15.4 for Rage for a banking lap. That's a fantastic, cracking lap from the Papaya McLaren driver. We'll look back now for Rambo. This looks a little bit down, if I'm honest. I might actually be completely wrong, but it does look slightly down. 16.5, he's a second off. My perception skills were accurate. Jirazi coming around the final corner. Let's see what the Williams driver can do. Of course, early championship contender. Not had the greatest run in the last few races, but he just go P4, 16.1. Few tenths off of the pace. Josh Gilly is coming around to finish his first flying lap, and it's a 16.4 for him. Time for him to find as well. We've got a Mercedes coming around the final couple of corners. It's Mr. B Ford. It's Mr. Consistency. Of course, in that Mercedes, you'd think he's George Russell, wouldn't you? But let's see if he can keep up all of that consistency. Towards the line he comes, 16.4. You might be a little bit disappointed, but got a gaming 15.7 on that lap. We've got one of the Alfa Romeos. It's 15.9 for Alex Barber. Ferrari, Casper's 38.7. Well, that was there was a mistake somewhere on that lap. Gibson's coming to the line. He goes 17.4 again. There will have been a mistake somewhere on that lap because that is not a representative lap time. Rambo was a long way down on his time, so he's not setting one here. Neither will Jirazi, I don't think. He's invalidated anyway. I think the next man to look for is Rain. Oh, well, not anymore. Well, he might still be going for the lap. He's gone very wide at turn 9. Let's see what his middle sector here. 54.2. He's 3 tenths down on what the Rage did just a couple of minutes ago. Let's see, though, if he can carry the momentum. He may be trying to scrape a P2 or a P3 here with his banking. Why do I keep going for banking? Fasting. Banker lap time for Rain. To the line, open that DRS flap at the rear wing, and he does go 5th. It's 1,000th behind the home hero of Godchi. But he can't quite find that pace. Gibson. He's not on a flyer, I don't expect. B4 definitely isn't. Is any of these guys on the lap? Casper's must be. Yes, he is. Coming around the final corner now. Anything's better than a 38.7, so this will surely... Well, it will be an improved time. Will it be an improved position? Yes, it will. Great improvement of position. 15.6 for him. Really shoots himself up the time sheets. Rain's not on a lap, and neither is Alex Barber, who's on an out lap. And neither is Casper's. Which means we're into that little bit of a dry patch in the middle of a qualifying session. We've just got to wait for everyone's in the pits at the moment. We've just got to wait for someone to come out to want to set a lap time. But after those first runs, it is Rage on pole. On provisional pole, I should say. But I'm looking forward to see how this race unfolds. Of course, Rage has been taken out from the lead 2 weeks in a row. Which isn't the most effective ratio, truth be told. But I mean, he'll be hoping to get away from the guys. I mean, Sora was the culprit in Austria a couple of weeks ago. Let's have a look at what Alex Barber can do then. The PC driver in the Alfa Romeo team. Deary me. Into turn 1, get the car nose turned in nicely out of that very sharply indeed. Underneath one of the bridges into the panic, and then swing it into turn 2, get the car rotated through, and then get it on the exit. Very nicely done. Just swing it through turn 3, use that inside curve all that you can. And then you're back to the middle first sector split. 27 flat. This is a good first sector for Alex Barber. I believe Saurus was a 27.1 if I'm not heavily mistaken. Through turn 5. Did a little bit laborious. Car walked wide ever so slightly, and then you come through 6 and 7, left and right and left I should say. And then you come into the tight, twisty section 8 and 9. They flow to you. Just got to lift off a little bit. Not really much braking applied. But you come into turn 11. That's a nice line through there for Alex Barber. Middle sector split 53.9. This is looking like a good lap for him. This is going to be challenging the likes of Rage right at the front. This could go onto the front row. It's very likely to actually, unless he makes a big mistake in the final corner, because there's only one more to go. Turn 14. Get the car through there nicely. Of course, don't get in too early. You'll be pierced on that outside wall. But Alex Barber goes P2, and he was close to that time from Rage. Only a couple of hundredths down. And we've got a couple more coming across the line to finish laps, but I think the next man to actually be on a lap is... where is he? I've lost him. Oh, I think was it Smeggy? Could have been Smeggy, actually, but I'm not too sure. Lone Retreat, however, I believe is on an out lap at the game. Oh, no, he is on a lap. Lone Retreat is on a lap here. Let's see, can he... Well, I mean, there's nothing to improve on here. He's currently timeless down in P15, but this will shoot him up the ranking ever so slightly, and it does, very much slightly. 15.7 for him, right behind his teammate Casper's at the moment, 4.5 for the Scarlet Ferrari team. We've got a couple of McLarens on out laps. We've got well, that's not going to be a fast lap from whoever's in that Aston Martin around the final corner. They were crawling through there. Sora is on an out lap though. We've got a slow moving Alfa Romeo. I keep calling them Aston Martins, and I don't know why. We've got a Cass. It's BRT Jacob. He joined last minute, which was nice to see. You know, you jump in just when you need to. Coming around the final corner now, though, for Jacob. Can he? It looks a little bit wide, but he's going for the exit. Exit towards the line, and Jacob goes 16.1. There's time to find for him in that. Josh Giddy 15.9 goes just in front of him. XR Rambo's looking to improve. No, it's not. It was Partick just to start his flying lap time. We've got a McLaren. It's Jrazzy, but he's on an out lap coming around the final corner. We've got Gibson coming around the final corner now. He's on an out lap as well, though. Would you believe it? We've got Rain. I bet he's on an out lap as well. Yep, yes he is. We've got a Ferrari. It's Casper's. But he was also on an out lap. You bet your bottom dollar that the first person that we find that we basically don't see crossing the line is actually on a lap. Here comes Gotta Gaming. Is he on a lap? No. We've got NVR Arthur. He must be on a lap. Surely. To the line. Arthur goes P4, 15.6. He was on a lap. We did catch someone there. We've got Partick. It's not. It's Rambo coming around the final couple of corners. He's up on his time. This will improve him. Yeah, 16 runs. Same time as Jacob. Exactly the same time as Jacob. Sora to the line now as well. He can't improve. Jacob has joined. I don't think that's the right one. I don't think he's joined the right session. I may be wrong here. He might be Div 2. Apologies. I hope he doesn't jump in a car, because that'll cause a lobby restart. And a little bit of a headache for me. Who have we got then? Unless that's the much-awaited man of... Who said... who are we waiting on? Casper's goes quickest. Casper's goes quickest, 15.4. Great lap time from Casper's. Oh, but Rage beats it immediately. 15.3. He was ahead for all of 5 seconds as Aaron Gutzi goes P3 and a 15.4 as well. So those three have found themselves quicker than the previous provisional poll. We've got more coming across the line now. I don't think any of them are actually setting flying lap times. However, Partick did go P9 on his home track. Sora is down on his lap. Not looking good for him. Smeggy is up on his time, and he'll hope to be up on his time. It's Cobb we were waiting on. I don't think that was Cobb, though. Oh, dear, Smeggy. I think he's got that inside curb. He just touched it ever so slightly, and it spits you out. And he's lost all that time. He's lost that lap. He's going to have to go around again. He can't even come into the pit lane for that one. Unlucky, really, for him. We've got Partick, who is coming into the pit lane as well. Jacob has got into his car. Is he in reserve? I think I know Jacob. But I think he's in the wrong lobby. Either way, I apologise for this. Gibson jumps up to a 16 flat. These kind of things would be a lot more useful when, you know, there's more than one person on it. But I'll quickly ask, who is Jacob? Unless that is Cobb, and I've been completely mistaken. Jacob's retired from the session. Well, he's got in a car now. We might be able to get away with it if he doesn't rejoin. He's an AI. Smek is coming to the pit lane. JW Gibson's also not on a lap, so everyone's not on a lap. We're just going to have to wait for someone to go out on an out lap. And then it's the final flying laps. Rage, currently on provisional pole, he leads the PC troop of Caspers, Aaron and Alex. Then it's championship leader TMS Sora in 5th, NVR Arthur in 6th with Lone Retreat in 7th. We've got the top 12 on a sub 1 minute 16. And that's without the final flying runs. We've got someone coming out of the pit lane, and it's XR Rambo. What a man. He'll be the first man to set what will presumably be his final flying lap time. He's the only man now out on track. I mean, it'll be interesting to see if anyone can snatch this off Rage, because Rage seems like he's got this under control at the moment. But we'll have to find out if he can actually manage to carry that. We are very much looking forward to the end of this session, because I really couldn't call it. My gut says Rage, but I don't want to call it just yet. Let's see then. I think we've just got one of the Ferraris coming out of the pit lane as well. And then the flood will occur. And Noah's Ark will need to be built. Lone Retreat's out. But we'll go on board with Rambo. He's the only man on a flying lap. Can he improve on a 16.1? I mean, 1,000 would put him ahead of Jacob. Into turn 1 he goes. A little bit of a late turn in, but he gets a nice line through it and a great exit out of that corner towards turn 2. Here the car will come out of the pit lane. Into turn 2 then for Rambo. Keeps the car very nice and tight on the white line, but not quite on that curb on the inside. So he's done that very nicely indeed towards the end of sector 1. Can he find any time through there? Yes, he can. 22 thousandths of a second. He'll be looking for more. He'll want to get a sub 1 minute 16. But whether it'll come or not is another story. He'll spin for a Lone Retreat. He's got out of the way nicely. As you can see, the floods appearing out of the pit lane as Rambo comes into the meat and grit of the second sector. Through turn 9. Now into turn 10 he comes, and then into turn 11, the fastest corner. Well, it feels like the fastest corner on the track. He's nearly a 10th up. He just needs a little bit more. It's good progression through this lap for Rambo. He's not gaining a whole lot, but he's gaining bits and bits each corner, you'd say. Well, you know, not much, but it's still enough to maybe put him into 13th, unless he can find a nice chunk through this final corner. As he comes out across the line, and XR Rambo, presumably his final flying lap, goes for... Oh, he finds a chunk of time. He goes P9, ahead of his teammate. 15.7 for him. Great stuff for Rambo, and we'll start Lone Retreat's final flying lap. And thankfully, it means that everyone now is on behind Lone Retreat will start their final flying laps. There's no confusion over outlaps whatsoever. So then, Lone Retreat currently P7, 15.7 for him as it stands. He's 400th down on Arthur, 500th up on Lone Retreat. Those times are very tight indeed, but he'll have to find quite a bit of time to get himself into that top 4. The front 2 rows looking quite impenetrable at the moment, unless you can find a heap of time. Sector 1 split for Lone Retreat. He's nearly 600th up though. That would already put him ahead of NVR Arthur. And actually, in fact, TMS Sora as well, so he's already in that top 5. The red car's dominating, it seems, that kind of area, just for the time being. Everyone's just about to, you know, start their final flying laps here. And about 20 seconds left on the clock. We've got one of the Hasses at the back of the pack. Hopefully he can get around to start his lap. Sadly, I don't know how much time is left. I can tell you it's 15 seconds. Yeah, he should easily get around there. Lone Retreat then, just over a 10th up then through the middle sector. This is looking like a good improvement for him. He might be able to gain a couple of positions on the aggregate as he comes around the penultimate corner. Now it's the final corner of the qualifying session for Lone Retreat. Rambo is retired. He's finished in the pit lane. Oh, a little bit of oversteer for Lone Retreat. Can he improve? Yes, he can. It's enough to put him ahead of Sora. Lost a little bit of time in that final sector, but he won't mind. Alex Barber is a 10th up at the moment. A little bit more in this final sector could put him on provisional pole. Can he knock off Rage in his home Grand Prix to the line? Yes, he can. Not by much, though. It's only 11 thousandths. Aaron knocks him off as well. 7 thousandths for him. Rage comes into the pit lane. It's not going to be his day. Oh, and Arthur spins across the line. It's not going to be his day either. Smeggy to the line. Can he improve? Yes, P5. 15.5 for him. One of the Alpines to the line. It's Josh Gilly 15.8. And then we've got an Aston Martin 15.6 for Partick. The times are tumbling. Sora, where can he go? P5, 15.4 for him. We've got Rain to the line. He can only go P13. B Ford, P14, 15.9. And then we've got JW Gibson to the line. 15.7 for him. Drazzy goes on a 15.7 as well. Those times down there are ridiculously tight. Got a Gaming. 15.5. He goes 7th. And then we've got Caspers. Can he go pole? No, he can't. And that will be that. That was a frantic end to that session, but the Alfa Romeos have managed to find themselves in a 1-2 scenario. The home heroes have locked out the front row, and it's the Alfa Romeo team who are laughing at the moment. Rage will be annoyed with himself. He's lost out on the front row by 11 thousandths. Mistake at the end there. But it is Aaron Gotchi on pole for the Hungarian Grand Prix. What a lap time as well. It's a 15.2 in the end. I mean, the expected pole time that Adam wrote down here was a 15.3. And Aaron's gone with a 15.2. So he's just about bettered that. But look at how close the times are. Oh, Arthur's disconnected. I'll quickly invite him back when you've seen the rest of the order very quickly. For your eyes to feast on, I'll go back to this screen while I invite Arthur back. We should be able to get going anyway with Jacob there. I don't know if Jacob's Cobb or not. Oh, we'll find out, won't we? It's part of the fun of the fair, really, isn't it? But yes, it's Aaron, Alex, and Rage. Casper, Sora, Smeggy, Got Gaming, Lone Retreat Partick, Arthur, Drazzy, Rambo, Gibson, Josh Gilly, your top 14. Oh, Jacob is Cobb. There we go, then. Rage, half span, turn 3. Not much improvement anyway. Oh, that's annoying. A little bit overcast, though, as we get onto the grid. But yeah, I mean, the times were so incredibly close. I mean, 6.5 tenths between the top 14 is insanity, quite frankly. A couple of tracks in the Div 1 there. Can't put together a completely good lap, save my life, says Partick. Rambo says he's not very good. Well, he's not very said I'm not very good at Hungary. He's used other words that I'm not going to use on stream. Rage congratulating the front two on their laps. Fair play from him. Rage thinks he's going to down the mid 2, but didn't. Smeggy says home track tax. Well, can't be wrong. Oh, I've got to tell everyone to ready up, don't I? At Division 1, ready up at 2100. Gives them about a minute and a half to get their setups on. That should be enough. I mean, we've already been on the grid. Oh, well, someone's done it anyway. So someone's ready up. Not ideal at all. Arthur, oh. Did my invite not work, Arthur? Cobb's typing, he's in the car, he's in his Alpha Tauri. Oh, apparently with Casper's he readied up early. So, as we get going on the formation lap, I think Arthur's AI has got a mind of its own there as it gets going. But we will get underway here on the formation. Let's get some details. Oh my word, that's quite a... Oh, Arthur's on the softs. He's going to be even more thrilled with that when he realises that's the case. But we're getting going for the formation. I mean, Drazzy, Ram, both B Ford. Let's see what they can do. Arthur asking for another invite, and while I can, I'll go back to the screen again. You can listen to the beautiful sound of the Hungaroring. Actually, you can't, because I'm on the pause menu, aren't I? You can pretend that you're listening to the lovely sounds of the Hungaroring. Now you can. Now you can see it as well. But yeah, I mean, Whoever gets off the line third, it's going to be important here. I think if we can avoid melees on the first lap, if everyone can get through lap 1 cleanly, I think we're in for a very strategic and cagey race. But I'm looking forward to that kind of race. That could be quite interesting. Arthur, he might throw a cat amongst the pigeons. And being on that soft tire, of course, unintentionally on that soft. As they come around the final corner. To the line they come, getting ready. And yes, Aaron and Alex on the front row for their home Grand Prix, as it's Rain doing a pirouette. We've not got the greatest camera angles, so I may have to go on board with... We'll go on board with Casper's, if needs be. But everyone is in position as they all start. Oh, we've had a disqualification on the grid. The lights are gone, and we're waiting for everyone to move off. And the lights are out, and away we go. It's a good start from Sora, but I'm actually surprised how good the start is there from Smeggy up the inside. It's Aaron Gotchi who leads, though. But they're nearly 3 wide into. They are 3 wide into tow, and they're 3 by 3 as they come through there. Everyone seems to have got through nicely. Oh, and it's just... Oh, everyone does as they come down towards turn 2. I don't know where to look. Rage down the inside of Casper's. Smeggy's got through them all. So Smeggy's had a fantastic start up into P3 as we all see them come through turn 3 and then towards turn 4. Lone Retreat's got to be careful about where he places the car here. We've got a spin from Jacob at the back. B Ford is ahead of Gibbs and Drazzy Rambo, and B Ford, the 3 medium runners, are all together on track now as well. Can Drazzy get a run towards the chicane on Lone Retreat? He's going to go for it down the inside. Rambo's going to be watching this and seeing if he can pick up the pieces from these two fighting. He's going to try and come down the inside of Lone Retreat here. This would be a cracking opportunistic move if he can make it. Lone Retreat, oh no! Oh no, and there was a bit of contact, well, there's got a bit of contact there as Lone Retreat got on the exit curb and just had a moment. Car snapped on him, nothing he could do really. But an incredible first lap, and good stuff that most people are sitting on that front train. I say most, we've got a, oh my god, we've got a melee back here. There's Rain back here, there's Lone Retreat. Oh, they're both going to come into the pit lane. Rain, this is not a good idea. He's trying to go around the outside into the pit lane. He's going to try and outbrake him. Is he going to be able to do it? Yes, is the short answer. Meanwhile, Caspers and Rage are going side by side. Should be looking at those two. Rage is getting past Caspers here, and he's back up into P4. Oh, he was defending either way, but he's kept P4 into turn 2. And as Rain and Lone Retreat come into the pit lane, we've got a front group. Well, I mean, everyone's kind of in the front group. A couple of seconds to catch up, but they're all kind of there. Let's have a look at who's gained the most from that. It is B Ford, up 7. He's already in 9th on those medium tyres. Starts with Drazzy, Smeggy, Jacob, Gibson and Josh Gideon. Jacob, the 2 Jacobs actually. But bad starts there for Partick, down 5. But generally, apart from Lone Retreat, everyone else just down 1. Rain, Rambo, Got a Gaming, Sora, Casper's Rage, and Aaron. Of course, Alex overtaking him. There's the right menu bar there. Towards the end of lap 2, then DRS about to be enabled. Let's see, start of lap 3, Alex Barber, fastest lap, 20 flat for him, as Arthur's left session, he's been so unlucky there. No, Codemaster said they fixed the formation lap glitch, where you get DSQ'd if you're not in your car, but obviously not. B4 to the inside, Got a Gaming, and he's up into P8, he's gained that many positions in this race so far, started P16, and he's half his way up the field. I mean, granted, there's only 7 more cars between him and the lead of the Grand Prix, but he's now got a couple of seconds to find to catch up to the back of Drazzy, who's made good progress here. But on the medium tyre, he'll want to try and make overtakes if he can. But like I said, this is the train starting to form. Smeggy's got to be careful here. He's got to get back in that train of Aaron if he wants to stay in touch with the front 2. ride with him here. Sora very close to the back of Caspers as well. But Rage wasn't taken out of the lead yet after lap 3, mainly because he wasn't in the lead. So that's one of the grandchildren. Oh no, and Reigns crashed. Reigns crashed at turn 3. That might be a safety car. It's a virtual safety car. Not quite full. I doubt anyone will pit here. I think it'd be misguided to pit here. Track position being so important and the strategy being confusing from here if you decided to pit. Everyone is indeed deciding that the track is where they excuse me, the track is where they want to be. Rain saying that Cobb turned into him. But that's yet to be decided. As we await the green flag to fly once again. Apologies there, just grabbing myself a glass of water while we've got a virtual safety car. Opportunistic time, no one's making any moves. We've got Smeggy. He's got to try and gain time in this virtual safety car. It would really help him if he did. It's a very long virtual safety car. We've been at it for an entire lap here. Here in Hungary. Oh, there we go. It's gone back to green flag racing. Oh, and Gibson and Jacob. They've both been given a drive-through for speeding. Both of them. Aaron has had a very bad virtual safety car period. He's lost off the back, but it's really helped Smeggy catch up to the back. It's also helped everyone, really. Constantina up. The gaps are no bigger than a second and a half. Rambo. Something's happened to Rambo. He's in AL. I think there may have been some contact there. Smeggy! Smeggy spins around at the final corner. Oh, is that a reset to track? I feel very much like that was a reset to track there from Smeggy. If so, he's in for a 20-second time penalty. So that's not ideal. But he's overtaking Josh Gilly now with some DRS assistance, as that's all hunky-dory for him. But it's hunky-dory for the front guys, because they are now one down, really, one less challenger. Granted, Smeggy's not that far off the front if we look at the gap to the leader. The top 14 is split by 10 seconds. We've got Sora then. He's still pushing on the back of Caspers. I mean, this is a good result for him so far in the championship. I mean, if we look at it like this, I mean, B Ford reigns out of the race actually, and a lot of the challengers at the front of the field haven't scored that many points. I mean, Rage is down on 45 as someone just left the session there. No one of any importance. Oh, it might have been Rain. Yes, but Rage, who's currently in 3rd, is 9th in the champion. It's 8th in the championship, I should say. Alex Barber, who's leading the championship, is 10th in the championship, and Aaron is 12th in the championship. But of course, those guys joined a little bit late, so those points will add up eventually. I mean, Alex Barber, a win here for him would put him straight into the mix. He'd be on 54 points. I mean, granted, he'd only improve to 9th in the championship. Rage would jump up quite nicely with a 3rd place here. He'd be ahead of Michael Dale on countback. And a win would put him level with Rage and only 3 behind Ginger Ninja as well. Of course, casting minds back to Singapore, he won that race. He's had another couple of good races. So then, at the end of lap 6, Sora still on the back of Caspers, Drazzy and B Ford in tow. Got a game a little bit lonely at the moment. He's the only man not in a DRS window in the top 14. This is an interesting thought. I mean, with Drazzy and B Ford obviously pitting earlier, I mean, is there scope for whoever is ahead after that to be able to try and win this race? Of course, overtaking is clearly difficult. We'll look back here at Gibson trying an overtake on Jacob. Call him Jacob. Rambo, 3-second time penalty, first of the evening on lap 7. We're nearly a fifth of the way through the race already, actually. It's flown by. But yeah, I mean, I don't think this is going to be a classic. I don't think any Hungary race can be classed as a classic, to be fair. But I think whether or not whether Drazzy and B4 can get good undercuts here and kind of keep life in their tyres, they might be onto something with the undercut. But we'll have to wait and find out. Still a long way out from that kind of undercut. At least another 10 laps before they come into the pit lane. Oh no, sorry. At least another 7 or 8 laps, you'd say, before they come into the pit lane. But you can see stringing out a little bit down that main straight, but everyone's still within that DRS window down there. Gap 6-7 tenths, no one really making a move at the moment. We'll have a look at this battle with the second train headed by Smeggy. He's closing a little bit on Gotta Gaming to try and get in his DRS window, and he's only 4 seconds off the back of the front train. Front train does look quite cool though, with a rainbow going through. It's quite satisfying to see. But enough about that. Rage will be feeling aggrieved for the last couple of weeks, of course, taken out from the lead in both. Casper's coming around the final corner. He's quite close to the back of Rage. If he gets a good exit here, which he's kind of done, he might be able to use some of that ERS to make a move on Rage. He's kind of going for it here. He's deciding at the end of the straight to try and go for it, but he's not quite got enough into turn 1, and that'll be that for another lap for him. Sitting in the train. If you look at the gap though, top 12 split by 9.8, and that gap isn't extending much, if at all, really. But yeah, really close between them. I mean, the leader would come out currently at lap 9. The leader would still come out in P13. But the leader won't be the first one to pit unless he picks up some damage. But that might not happen. Oh no, got a gaming. He was on his own. He was on his own. He's bottled it somewhat. And he's right off the back of the pack now. He might not be in that gap for... What am I looking for? That's what I'm looking for. Oh, it's Jacob goes as well. I thought I saw that. So he reverses down the track. He's going to have to spin his out. We've got a safety car. Wow. Well, with front wing damage, we've got a safety car here. Is anyone pitting? The front guys have missed the pit lane, or they may not have chosen to go in. This is good for Drazzy B4. Smeg is coming. Josh Gilly's come in. Partick has come in. Rambo, his teammates following him. That might be ill-advised. But here comes Jacob as well. Got a gaming following his teammate in. It's not ideal for him. He's going to have to wait a long while for his teammate to get his front wing changed. Jacob stays out. Got to get Gibson. Comes into the pit lane, and Lone Retreat might as well. But Drazzy will come out where he pitted from, in P6 here. Cobb has managed to find himself right behind Smeggy. But this looks good for Drazzy and B Ford. If this race can go now without a safety car, they are in the driving seat. B Ford, the ROM2 actually, B Ford as well. He's not had a podium yet. Yeah, Ray saying the top 5 all missed the pit lane. All of them. So that's just unlucky there. It's a stroke of luck. We've got a Felipe Dragovic stand over there. Someone should tell them the F2's on Wednesday, 7:30 PM. That's a good plug. Shameless, and I'm proud of that one, gotta say. Get that leader gap off. As we're under safety car conditions, everyone can bunch back up to the back of the pack. Drazzy and B4 will be rubbing their hands together with glee, I tell you. Question mark over whether those mediums can get to the end. Oh, I don't know what's going on there with Jacob. Oh, Jacob's coming to the pit lane. Oh, I don't know what he was doing there. So it's Partick. Partick, I think, is going on to a hards now. He obviously doesn't think that the mediums are going to make the end. But, I mean, intriguing now. It really is, because, of course, you've got the fast, the guys who haven't pitted yet, the top 5, still out in the top 5. Then you've got Drazzy and B4 on the hards, and then you've got Smeggy and Josh Gilly on the mediums. And that will be interesting to see. I mean, because of course, Smeggy and Josh Gilly won't want to push their tyres too hard, because it's going to be touch and go on the wet. Lap 11, I think we'll come in at the end of this lap though, thankfully, because got a gaming just about to catch the back of the pack. Safety car should say it's coming in just after turn 11. Just before it crosses that second sector split, so just about now. Or not, well, there we go, got a gaming, a little bit of time to catch back up to the back. As I'm getting a ping in my ear. It's irrelevant. And no one's in the Div 1 chat, so we can focus exclusively on when Alex Baba decides to release the pack. He can go any time from about now, because the safety car is in the pit. Well, actually, no, not quite. From about now, I reckon, because the safety car's in the pit lane. When does Alex decide to go? He's not gone quite yet. He's looking for the run out of the final corner. Taking a very wide line. There he goes. Off he goes. We're back underway. Racing again. Rage has taken him straight off the line. Oh, my word. They're so close together here. We've got 4 cars. It's 4 of the top 5 right next to each other. So close between them. Who's going to come out on top? Rage around the outside. Gives Casper's a little bit of a tap through there. Sora bins it himself. He just kicked himself around with a snap of massive kick of oversteer. And Casper's is down the inside of Aaron as well. He's going for P2. Aaron's going to be overtaken by 2 cars. Yes, he is. In the space of 3 corners. And it's not been a good restart for him, but it's been a good restart for Alex Baba. Drazzy sniffing around as well. Smeggy just behind. Josh Gilly. These 3 so close. Oh no. Josh Gilly to the inside of Smeggy. That's not what you make a send. Oh, and there was nearly contact there. Here comes Jacob. Oh, he thinks better of making a send there as well. But frantic action on the restart here in Hungary. Caspers on the back. Oh, massive slide. What a hold. What a save from Caspers. The back end completely left him there. That had checked out of the hotel as if the race has already finished and they're heading back home. But he's managed to keep hold of that reservation. He's still in the race. And again, here comes Drazzy to the inside. Oh, got to be careful, Drazzy. Don't throw it away here. He's on the right strategy. To the inside. B4 is going to be absolutely loving this between them. So's Aaron as well. He's getting away from these 2. Can Drazzy try and make the move to the inside? It would be mightily helpful if he could. Through turn 1. And B4's kind of following through. Meanwhile, Smeggy and Josh Gilly are going side by side. They're 3 wide. Jacob's coming through as well on the grass. This is unbelievable stuff as they run towards turn 3. Is there going to be contact? Amazingly not. The 2 Hasses are down there though. There might have been contact with them there. Oh no! I think there was contact with Josh Gilly and Jacob there. And Smeggy's picked up damage off of him. The 2 Alpha Tauris, I apologise, have got it all badly wrong. And it's the 2 Hasses and the 2 Alpha Tauris who find themselves in a bit of bother now. Tell you it's not a bit of bother, it's Drazzy. He didn't get past Caspers in the end, but he really is in the driving seat in the position he's in. Lap 13 of 35. This front train is now about, what, 11 because of the damage to Smeggy. Sora spun, Jacob spun, or got spun, and then there was issues for Got a gaming Jacob, and this spun! Aaron got Chia spun! Oh no! Oh, in his home race! It was going so well for him, he's reversing, could have flicked it back around, but he's now P14. And surely he's down and out of this race in the running. But it gets better and better for Drazzy by the lap. Smeggy again. Oh, Casper's, I apologise. Again, massive snap of oversteer. Smeggy's in that pit lane. And yes, the train has already splintered off with a couple of incidents there. Enthralling race here. It really is. You don't know whether it's going to go left, right or centre. I mean, Drazzy, this could really re-kickstart his season here with a win. Shoot him up to 84 points, and that would put him, depending on how B Ford finishes, could be third in the championship. But again, big winner here at the moment is TMS Sora. Yes, well, I say that. B Ford might be the big winner here. He's on the right strategy. He might be able to close that gap. And he might be on for his first podium in GRL. He'd be pleased about that, that's for sure. I might have to open a Discord call. That might be to do the interviews this evening. I have to create a DML, considering how I'm going to have to do that. It's not going to be fun. Jacob, fastest lap, 18. Well, that's Cobb, really. 18.9 for him. But he's down in P11. He's on a fresh medium, though. What can he do from there? Drazzy biding his time. He's all right where he is. I mean, it's going to be difficult for the guys in front of him to make up a pit stop. Especially with the amount of cars that will be staying out. Look at Partick. You look at the likes of Josh Giddy, who might be trying to stay out. But I mean, if they pit now, they come up behind Rambo. Rambo's staying out. Jacob probably staying out. Oh, Jacob, well, doesn't matter now. He's spun around. There may have been a reset there as well. Of course, resets are not allowed in GRL. Newer drivers are often come a cropper to it. Oh, and Smecky's not had a great moment either. Oh, Gibson inside Sora. Well, sorry, Sora inside Gibson. Gibson might be trying to come back, but he's not coming at him too aggressively here. As the field come round to start lap 16 of 35. Oh, got a game, he's not having a good time. Smeggy's not having a good time either. I don't know what Smeggy's doing, actually. Reversing. Oh, lovely. Oh, Jacob. Spins around as well. I don't know what he's doing. But he's back underway again. But yeah, those two back there are really not enjoying themselves at all. Jacob, oh, was Jacob crashed? I'm gonna safety. Oh, that's such a shame. That is such a shame that Cobb's decided to do that. Anyway, oh, it's so disappointing. Really is. Anyway, Alex Barber, they'll all now get a free pit stop, and that really destroys Drazzy and B Ford. I'm actually really disappointed in Cobb there. I mean, you'd expect better with the guys who you'd expect to have more integrity. It's a shame that people don't have much integrity. But anyway, everyone coming into the pit lane. Alex Barber, well, actually Rambo will take the lead of the race on the hards, but I don't think that'll last long for him. everyone now on the medium tyre. They'll be going to the end, so there's no look of the strategy battle at all. Anyway, looking forward, we've still got half this race to go, everyone going to the end on the medium tyre. And I think it's kind of handed this now to Alex Babber on a plate, unless he makes a mistake. Let's let the guys back into this race though, like Sora, Aaron, they might try and make their way through the back end of the field. Right then, Travis in B Ford will probably be two of the most annoyed people on this grid. Their strategy has been completely ruined by that, and we're going to be waiting a while for Smeggy to be able to catch back up to the back of the field. Oh, it was Gibson. I think he might have just been got a game and coming to the pit lane rather than anything else. Right then, Rambo will get this back underway when we do get underway. Got a game, I don't know what he's doing, but he's coming to the pit lane, spun, and now coming back again. We might have to take one more lap after this, because I don't think Smeggy's going to catch the back by the end of Sector 2 here. Well, by the end of the lap. I think from here, Alex Barber should have it under control, but the sticking point might be Rambo, who can get through Rambo well. I will find out what the pen for Cobb is when Atom finishes his race. He's currently in P5 and Div 2. Jack still leads that one. On lap 31. But we've still got one more lap on the safety car here. As we cross the line, start lap 19. Expect it'll be a minimum of a race ban, if not season ban. Right then, to turn 2, hopefully this will be the final lap under safety car, and then we can go green all the way to the end, keep the racing running. Alex Barber then. Surely race winner elect if he can get through Rambo quite quickly, maybe into turn 1. Be a great result for him. B4 currently heading for what could be P5 in the end, if he will get past Rambo. He'll keep up his consistent run, but just not on the podium. And the message, there it is, safety car in this lap. Oh, a little bit of lag there at the back from Partick. Watch with Alex Barber. On the back of XR Rambo. He's giving him a lot of room here, Alex Barber. He's giving him far too much room. There goes Rambo. I don't know why he's giving him so much room. And we're back underway. Green flag racing again. Aaron has come into the pit lane. I don't know why, but that's not good for him. Here comes Rage. This could be an important move if he can try and pull this off. He's going to try and go around the outside of the Alfa Romeo. Oh, he's turned it a little bit sharpish there. As he's got on the power very nicely. The Alex Barber's going to try and push him to the inside, but Rage has got that line. Through turn 2 they come. A little bit of contact between them, but it looks like Rage is slightly ahead. Into turn 2 they go. Oh, and it is turn 3, I should say, because Rage takes the, well, theoretical lead, but he's P2. It's the net race lead if they get past Rambo, and that could be a crucial move for Rage. Alex Barber left far too much space to Rambo, which gave Rage all the time in the world to try and walk it around the outside in turn 1. And now Rage is on the back of Rambo to take the lead of the race. He's got to be careful how he does it, though. We'll watch it on board here from Alex Barber. Because if anything goes wrong with Rage... Oh, as Alex goes wide here. If anything goes wrong with Rage, Alex will be there to sniff up the to reap the benefits. That's better. B4 was looking at a move on Jazzy. Look how close they all are. They're all behind Rage. He's going to try and go around the outside of Rambo. It's just about going to work here, but I think Alex, if he can get through, he's just got to use some ERS. He's got to get past Rambo here. He knows it. He's got to keep in touch with Rage, but Rambo, to be fair to him, is sticking it in with Rage here. He's going down the inside, but Rage is just going to go around the outside. Switchback tried for Alex Barber, and he's got to get this move done, because if Rage gets through and there's a car between them for one lap, then that could be all Rage needs. Here comes Alex Barber. He's going to try and get it. He's going to try and get a run towards turn 4, I reckon. Nice line through turn 3. Has he got the run? He doesn't use the ERS. And he's going to be massively compromised. And he's going to lose out big time here. Oh, no! Oh, dear. And Caspers has wing damage. And I feel that there's a penalty very much incoming there from Alex Barber. There's no other reason for it. B4 trying to go on the outside. Caspers pushes him wide. Low retreat goes through. Partick's trying to go through as well. I mean, there's some crazy stuff going down here. Josh Gilly, Sora trying to go through on B4. They go side by side through turn 10, then through turn 11. Oh, B4 taps him, but they're still side by side. Still side by side. I don't know what Sora's doing coming across like that, but he's going to go down the inside of Caspers, who's got wing damage, remember. In all of this, Rage leads from Alex Barber from Drazzy. It's got better for those two as B4 goes around the outside of Caspers. Oh, Caspers then hits him as he just come into the pit lane. A little bit silly, could have just waited for him, but anyway. Starting of lap 32, Rage and Alex Barber are away from the field here. Got a Gaming Gibson going side by side. B4's massively lost out there. Partick's massively gained. So's a lone retreat. But you do feel like they were a little bit opportunistic with their moves. Kind of put their car where it maybe shouldn't have been. Aaron, fastest lap of the race. He's going to come out just behind Caspers. He's going to go side by side with him. He'll have the warmer tyres as well, so we should be able to keep the position. Yes, he will. But these two were at the front, they're now at the back together. Not scoring any points as it stands. Of course, it is Aaron who takes the point for pole. I'm sure. Yeah, so I think Alex Barber will pick up a penalty for that. Theoretically, you know, in terms of he took him out. So that might benefit the guys behind. If it's 5 seconds, if they can keep in a train here. Sora's going for the move on Josh Gilly here. Josh Gilly's trying to squeeze him to the inside. He just didn't give him the room. And to be fair, I mean, he was entitled to shut the door. On the exit, though, here comes Sora, outside line again. Is he going to be trying to swing it around the outside? He's not quite got the line into the corner. A little bit of tapping through it. But Josh Gilly keeps the position. That was lag where the Sora was just weaving a bit there. Through turn 4. He's pushed Josh Gilly out of the DRS, though. Of the car in front, which is Partick, so he might be able to get him thanks to the lack of DRS, but he's gaining back into that window now, Josh Gilly. Maybe not. Maybe he is. We'll find out when he crosses the line. Drazzy then, he's closing a bit on Alex Barber. The gap's coming down ever so slightly. Josh Gilly is indeed out of that DRS window, so we'll watch Sora here. Here he goes. He's not got any ERS to fight with though. He's going to go down the inside though this time. Josh Gilly can't defend it that hard on this occasion. Lap 24, but he gets a good exit. Sora though will have the inside line and has the DRS, but they're going to go side by side as they enter turn 2 hit. Sora should be able to hold this, but Josh Gilly might get a little bit of an undercut. No, not quite. And Sora does take P6 from Josh Gilly, and the championship leader marches further forward up the field. Alex Barber, 3-second time penalty. That's big. At the moment, Drazzy is faster than Rage as well, actually. Just looking at the fact that the gap between the front two, Drazzy and Rage was 3 seconds. It's now 2.7. Well, there's just a couple of tenths there, but you get the gist. Let's check the Twitch chat. I haven't checked that in ages now, let's if anything. So that's fine. Drazzy then. He's so close to the DRS of Alex Barber here. Within a tenth of that DRS, but it's not quite close enough. Josh Gilly might be in a bit of danger this time. Oh, he thinks he's got the DRS. He doesn't got the DRS. He might be in a lot of danger. He hasn't got a gaming. Has got a gaming got past B Ford? I think he has somewhere. Here comes got a gaming to the inside. B Ford, Josh Gilly tries to squeeze him once again. A little bit of contact. Got a gaming again involved in an incident. He's an instant magnet, but apparently nothing's his fault. And he's the Teflon driver. B Ford, he's going to try and find a line on Josh Gilly, but Josh Gilly's now been overtaken by 2, and B Ford might try and make it 3, but he's not having the greatest race after the disappointing decisions by Cobb. Drazzy now well inside that DRS window of Alex Barber. Casper's fast slap on a soft tyre. I mean, I sense that a move could be on for Drazzy. If, I'd say next, so lap 20, start at lap 27, turn 1, I think the move could be on. I reckon he'll be close enough at that point. Sora has joined the back of this train as well. The train for 2nd place, and we've also got a train for 7th place. Both of them have 5 drivers in. Drazzy though, not quite enough on this lap to try and overtake. We've got oh, Casper's has crashed. And we've got another safety car. I don't know what. I really hope that's not intentional. I really, really do. But it means Aaron's going to be able to catch back up to the back of the pack again. He's stuck in it, and he's going to get his reward. He's gone on to some fresher mediums, which should get to the end. The softs here I don't think would be a good idea, because I think that they'll really, really drop off last couple of laps. So I think mediums might be the way to go here. You might need someone like B Ford. I recommend B Ford stays out here. I reckon B4 should stay out. Pick up the lead, see what comes of it. Rage wants the track position. Alex Barber comes into the pit lane. Drazzy wants the track position. Lone Retreat does as well. Partick, this is going to backfire on Alex Barber quite a bit massively, I reckon. Smeggy's coming in. Troshkili and B4 staying out. This isn't looking good for Alex Barber. He's going to go onto some softs here. But I mean, he's P10. It's a long way down the list. But anyway, safety car lap 27 and 35. I reckon it'll come in at the end of the next lap, which means we'll go lap 31, 2, and then 3, 4, 5. So that's 6 laps. But this is our 3rd safety car. And hopefully after this one we'll be able to go to the flag. And we're just waiting on Aaron to catch back up. But yeah, Alex and Smeggy on those softs. Keep an eye out for them. I really do think it's ill-advised for them to go onto that soft tyre. I think it's going to lose them quite a lot of ground. Right then, Aaron is in at the back of the pack and we will be going at the end of this lap unless the game is glitched. But a lot of the drivers have fallen by the wayside this evening. Only a couple of the runners still remaining won't score points. But who will be taking that top sub of the podium? I mean, your chips would be on Rage here, but Drazzy does look like he's got some good pace at the moment. I mean, this would be a good result for Lone Retreat as well, up in 3rd at the moment. He's only got 8 points so far in the championship. Particle as well has only got 14. Sora would go on to 119 here. He would extend his championship lead, because B4 would only be picking up 4 and wouldn't even move ahead of Blade. But he has got that penalty, but the penalty of God of Gaming will help him. Safety car is indeed in this lap. And we get ready to go racing once again. When does Rage decide to release the pack? He can't go yet, and he won't want to go yet either way. Everyone is concertinaed up together, waiting to react as fast as they possibly can, and Drazzy's not reacted as fast as he could when Rage puts his foot down, and we're back underway. Smeggy's got a 5-second time penalty for a collision, but that could possibly be removed end of the race if needs be, but no one looks that close to anyone else on the run down towards turn 1. Everyone line of stern, one by one through there. Anyone making any moves at the start of lap 29 of 35. Oh, did you say that? Smeggy's got past Alex Barber, and Alex Barber's race is just getting worse by the second. Alex Barber's going to come back down the inside. Oh, a little bit of contact. That would have been his own fault anyway. And here comes Smeggy on the back of JW Gibson. It'd be silly to make a send into turn 4, and I'm sure he won't do that. But he's given him a tap through there. It's a good job he didn't go around, because that would have been a penalty for Smeggy. And race over, but here comes Alex Barber down the inside. He's got the move done. He pushes him a bit wide. Oh no, there's Josh Giddy going around. Meanwhile, around the outside, oh, he takes escape. He takes avoiding action, Smeggy. Oh, and that's really poor from Smeggy. That's really poor. As JW can go back through Baba. Oh no. And Alex Baba has crashed out. And Rage! What's happened to Rage? Has Rage just spinned it on his own? We've got another safety car. We've only got 10 runners left. What has happened to Rage? Oh, Rage's ERS didn't turn off. Oh dear. Rage's ERS didn't turn off. And that's cost him. I mean, I don't know how this has befallen, but Drazzy now leads the Grand Prix. I mean, I'd have thought his race was over beforehand, after that second safety car. Deary me. Rage is not going to be happy. Alex Barber's left the session when he's crashed out. I mean, he's not going to be pleased, and you know what? I, sort of agree with him. I mean, some really poor driving from Smokey there. Again, you'd expect better, wouldn't you? Anyway, safety car should be at the end of this lap. I mean, we've had... Oh, who's that? That's B. Ford and Josh Giddy pitting for a soft. Interesting decision. They're going to be nice and fresh by the end of the race. Smeggy the ahead of Gibson. I don't know how that's happened. But everyone now will be getting points. Because, well, you'd reckon everyone would get points if they can make it to the end of lap 32. Gibson back ahead of Smeggy. I really don't know what's going on between these two here. But I think Gibson will be feeling rightly aggrieved there. Oh, and Smokey drives off the track. Gibson goes through. And I think it's all fair now. Yeah, it is. I don't know if that was a mistake. But we're trying to correct safety cars in this lap. Drazzy will control this safety car restart. The fourth safety car restart. And the last safety car restart. Only 10 drivers remain in a race of attrition at Hungary. No retreat can't go just yet, so he's biding his time. This is a good... I mean, Aaron currently would be P4. If he can get past Sora, he'd be on the podium. But here we go. Final corner. Drazzy's released the pack, and we're back underway. Sora is already trying to get past Partick. Of course, can't overtake before the line. Meanwhile, Gibbs is going to go for Aaron here as they go towards turn 1. He's got a nice run and he's going to go for the move hit. Meanwhile, Sora is indeed going just up ahead. Oh, careful, careful, careful. Sora does go for Partick and he gets through. Here comes Got a Gaming on the Hungarian as well. Partick should defend the inside line, though. He should be able to keep this position, but will he? Partick got a game trying to walk it around the outside. He'll have the inside line for turn 3. Partick still there, though. A little bit of contact, but Partick well entitled to have his room. Towards turn 4 they go. This is contact written all over it. Oh, but they're all careful. Smeggy. And Smeggy's taken out another car, and this time it's JW Gibson. Again, actually, funnily enough, that's twice now that he has done that. Lack of awareness is very clear from him. Might need to go get some more driving lessons. But it's looking good for Sora at the moment. Really is. He'd go up to P2. Oh, Aaron, got to be careful on the back of Partick. Just got to have awareness here. I'm quite surprised I'm actually having to say this, but some of these drivers seem to be lacking in that department. They need to try and get their act together. Onto the main straight. Can Aaron try and do anything on Partick here? This is for net P3 as well. Oh, with Smeggy retired in the pit lane, that's to be expected. B4 trying to get through, but he's doing it carefully. He's going to try and find a line. He's got a lot of ERS. He's going to try and go down the inside of Partick here. He's got the line. Does he have the speed? Let's see. He's going to have the outside line for turn 3, but he's going to keep the position, make the move. Good move there for B4, and Aaron is up into P5. He's got to get past Gaming quickly as well. He wants to get up to Sora for P2. Got a Gaming might be the saving grace for Lone Retreat here, but I doubt it. I feel like B4 is going to find himself just off the podium yet again. Ooh, but God, Gaming does not look comfortable, does he, at all? And B4, they're both sniffing around here. There's only going to be 2 more laps to go after they cross the line. And I think they're both going to try and come through before turn 1. DRS being enabled at the start of this lap, so we're going to have a couple of turn 1s with, just the one turn 1 with the DRS actually. Got a game you can see, not a great line through there. And here comes Aaron, he's going to try and go for the move. I think them fighting will help B Ford in his attempts to get past. Inside, outside, which way is Got a Gaming going to try and defend turn 2? It's going to have to, well, nowhere really. He's not going to be able to have the speed. And in all of that, I haven't missed Jazzy taking the lead. Jazzy was already in the lead. Partick on the back of Josh Giddy, but Josh Giddy is through. B4 needs to get past Got a Gaming as soon as possible. He wants to try and catch up to the guys in front. Oh, he's going to get round him though. Got a Gaming must have oversteer. Well, that's one way to do it. Got a Gaming is through. Sorry, B4 is through on God of Gaming. Got to try and keep within 3 seconds to Lone Retreat in front of him. He should be able to do that as these two march down on the front 3. I mean, B4 wouldn't mind one on the top 4 spinning around. That'd take his first podium of the season. But he's currently heading for P4. Drazzy still leads though, 1 lap to go. The top 8, or the top 5 actually, you could throw a hat over them pretty much. So close together. Does Aaron have enough to try and get into P2 with Lone Retreat's penalty? Drazzy starts the final lap of the Grand Prix. DRS, of course, for Lone Retreat. Drazzy trying to break the toe. He's moved twice. He's well within his rights to do so. Lone Retreat breaks deep, but not deep enough. Josh Gilly to the outside have Got a Gaming. He's going to make this one stick around the outside. He's going to have the DRS. He's going to, well, the oversteer moment is corrected by Got a Gaming. I think he's just still going to go for it to the inside. Contact. He's just sent up Got a Gaming there. That's bit of a late lunge from Josh Gilly, but he's got a bit of a run towards turn 4, but he won't be able to have the run enough to make the send. Oh, he has a big snap of oversteer. Meanwhile, Sora is on the back of Lone Retreat, but look at how close Aaron is to the back of these two. And Aaron is on those stickier, softer tyres. Lone Retreat is spun! That's not the person that B4 wanted to spin, because B4 is still in P4. The podium is within grasp. Drazzy is away now. Surely he's won this race without a mistake. Lone Retreat has bottled it on the final lap. B4, no, you silly man. Oh, B4 picks up a time penalty, and that's that. That's curtains on the podium. Drazzy's going to come around the final corner, just taking it easy. Doesn't need to push it too hard. And here he comes, Drazi, around the final corner. He wins in Hungary. He's back at the top. Sora P2 and Aaron, he stayed in at P3. Partick does come home P4 in his home race because of the penalty situation. And it's B4 in P5. He would have only been P4, but it's a couple of points lost there on the final after the Grand Prix. He's not going to be happy with himself. The viewers will be happy with a few of the drivers here this evening. But we've got Drazi, Sora and Aaron. Partick, B4, got a gaming. Crazy race in the end. So I'm trying to see if Aaron will be able to get in for an interview, but in the end it was Drazi, Sora, Aaron, the top three, split by 7/10 of a second. Sora into that one stop. There were 6 for Smeggy, who will pick up a point. But Drazi battling drive from 10th to the win. I mean, B4 as well from 16th to 5th, but Drazi's got to drive for the day though. Gibson feels very much aggrieved. Aaron hasn't got back to me, so we'll look at the DNFs here, and then we'll invite those two to the party. So there are all of your finishers. I'll grab Partick in actually. Invite him to a party. Invite him to a party. And invite. Oh, I'll have to try and get Drazi in. ROM Drazi. We invited Drazi in. Lovely stuff. Oh, Atom did a lot of typing in the chat, which I didn't actually see. Drazi's joined. We've got Sora in. I'm just going to try and get Partick in again. So yeah, when Rage doesn't get taken out from the lead, he takes himself out. Yeah, a bit of a weird one. But anyway, Partick's typing. Maybe he says, oh, and Aaron's typing as well. Okay, he says in a sec. Aaron, if he can do Discord, I will try and wire that in. Let's see. Got to try and add. See how I do this. If I did a window capture. Hello, Aaron.
Hello, good evening.
I need to just try and work this. I need to try and get you in the stream, basically. So let me just take a sec, and I'll try and get your you connected.
Okay.
Get rid of that. You don't need to see that. The window capture. Hopefully. Oh, that's not the one to do. But I'll wait for Partick to join. Is Partick in now? No, he's not. But yeah, I mean, crazy race. Oh, Atom, did you say you could hear him? Can you? Is he audible? Oh, he was hit. Oh, he was. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Okay. Oh, fair enough then. I won't need to do anything. What am I looking for? I'm looking specifically. Oh, Partick. Yes. We can. I'll try and get Partick in. Oh, apologies to Aaron. I'll get back to Aaron quickly. Oh, Atom wants a party. I don't know why Atom wants a party invite, but there's a party invite for Atom. Partick. Hello, Partick?
Hello?
Hello, perfect. Right, Atom, you're gonna have to tell me if you can hear him on the stream. He's not even in the party. But can you hear Partik?
Yes, I can hear you.
No, I know you can hear me. Oh, okay, you can. All right, I don't need to do anything. Right, so Partik then. I mean, I invited you because you came home P4 in your home race. That's your best result of the season. I mean, you managed to avoid the incidents, and you came home P4 in the end. So that's a great result, isn't it?
Yeah. It's good to get a good result finally again after Spa. It's my second P4, so that's good. However, I'm not entirely happy. Without the, how do I say it, interesting safety car
Yeah.
in the middle of the race, I think I would be on the podium now easily. Because my stress was going to the end on the hard.
Yeah.
Because no one else could have on the medium, so I was just chilling, letting everyone through if they dive bomb me. But yeah, P4 is good in the end.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I think this is the first time I've spoken to you after a race since Abu Dhabi last season. So it's been a while.
Yeah.
But well done, mate.
Yeah, it's
And
been a while. Thank
are
you.
you looking forward to Miami next week?
Yeah. I like Miami. Hopefully, it's
Ah,
a
good.
bit cleaner race.
Yeah,
But yeah,
hopefully so. But yeah,
it will
thanks,
be
mate.
fun
Well
for
done.
sure. Thank you.
So that was Partik. I'm going to try and call Aaron. See if Aaron, are you there, Aaron?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
here.
perfect. So come to you then. P3 in the end. I mean, you managed to stick around, and you had to make a couple of moves at the end with the softs. But I mean, are you in height with the safety car at the end there? Are you happy with how it ended up with P3?
Well, yeah, after my poor race, yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with this result. I had a great pace on the softs in the end of the race,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Yeah, you did, and you made up a couple of positions, got you P3 in the end. But you were so close to P2 as well, weren't you? And P1.
I know. I hope that I can reach the P1, but I had only one lap, and yeah, it wasn't enough to catch them,
No, I think
unfortunately.
one more you might have been able to get him. But yeah, he's one lap too short, wasn't it? But well done in the end, P3, and congrats. Yeah, you're moving yourself up in the championship. Well done.
Thank you very much.
And then I will come to you two in the party who couldn't actually hear either of them. Sora, P2. I mean, the train keeps chugging along, doesn't it? I mean, you've extended your championship lead again because of the misfortune of some of your rivals. I mean, you must be happy with that in hindsight because I don't think the win was really on tonight.
Oh, don't know about that. The win was definitely on a front spun.
That is true. Actually, I forgot about that.
That win would have been mine, but it is what it is. I
so
spun,
long ago.
so yeah, I know. No, it shows never give up in a way. So I'm happy that I didn't, and P2 was my rewards for recovery. Well done to Drazzy. I mean, yeah, great. I'm happy he won, to be fair. I couldn't ask for anyone else to win. So happy he won it. But yeah, like you say, over all the other contenders, I will take 18 points and move on to the next one, I guess, wherever that may be.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's
a
another
shame.
podium, isn't it, for you? I mean, you just keep chugging along. I mean, what's that now? First, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's your fifth podium of the season out of 9, so that's not
Fair
bad
enough.
going.
No.
But yeah, well done. I mean, championship lead extended again. You're now on to, what is it now? 125 points. That's not a mean feat. And are you looking forward to Miami?
Oh, fucking hell, is it Miami? No.
Fair enough then.
I am crap around there. I really am rubbish.
Sprint race as well.
Miami will just be. I can't do that last corner. It's all horrible there. So that will just be finish top 10. That yeah, complete write off that. I just hope everyone else has a crap race. Oh, bollocks.
Well, a few did today, so you never know. But well done again,
Yeah.
P2. And then we'll come along to our race winner, Drazzy. It's been a while since I've talked to you, my friend, but I mean, you must be pleased with that. I mean, the race looked like it was coming to you when you went onto that hard tyre, and then when the safety car came out again and you went onto the mediums, you may have thought, well, it's getting away from me, but you got there in the end, so that's a great result.
Yeah, it was. I was really lucky with the safety cars and the strategy calls, but yeah, I'm very happy. I don't know. I don't really know what else to add to that. It was
Yeah.
just a lot of luck, if I'm being honest, with the safety cars and the right tires. So, yeah.
Well, exactly. Well, I mean, with this win, I mean, you shoot up onto 74 points, or 84, I should say, which puts you fourth in the standings, not far behind B Ford and Blade as well, your teammate. So as well with that in the team championship, you're doing quite well. I mean, you finished ahead of the Alfa Romeo there of Aaron, so you keep that record, and the Red Bull of Sora. So you're keeping moving along as well in that regard. You're closing the gap to the top two. So overall, I mean, it's a great weekend. And are you looking forward to Miami, or not?
It's I don't know. It's a mixed bag. Just like Sora, I can't do that. Actually, I can't do Sector 3 to save my life. But like the chicane, I just suck. I just completely suck.
It's not particularly
But
fun.
apart from, yeah, it's not fun. Also, like track limit wise, it's a bit inconsistent. But apart from that, I like the track, so we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, I don't know what else to add really, but well done, and I wish you both good luck for Miami next week. But that is where we will end the stream. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in. It's been quite an eventful race, that's to say the least. But we'll be back on Wednesday for the F2, which is likely to be even more eventful, but with probably more overtaking. And then next week, of course, it will be, as you can see on the colour slides, and as I've mentioned it, the Miami Grand Prix. We're nearing the half-distance point. It's the second sprint race of the season. Make sure you join myself and Jim. Should be back for that one. So there's two of us in the comms booth then. But between now and then, from myself, I hope you have a wonderful week, and we will see you when GRL returns in Miami.